students. So last class lecture 1 discussed about the two important types of machines. So in this class, so remaining machine example we can take this milling machine discussing in this session. So before going to that, so you have to concentrate about the what is milling machine, what is the function, what is the use of the milling machine, and what are the different types of milling machines used in industries, and working principle of milling machine, and operations carried out on that machine, and specification of milling machine. You can study that. So milling machine is a metal cutting operation in which the excess material from the workpiece is removed by rotating multi-point cutting tool called milling cutter. So milling cutter or milling tool, it is a multi-point cutting tool. I have already explained what is multi-point cutting tool and what is single point cutting tool. So multi-point cutting means, so the cutting edge of the tool contact on the workpiece more than one point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, multi-point. So to extract the material from the workpiece, it is called as multi-point cutting tool. Clear this point. So milling cutter, it is a multi-point cutting tool or milling cutter or milling tool. Both are same. Milling is a metal cutting operation in which the excess material from the workpiece is removed by rotating multi-point cutting tool called it is milling cutter. It is called as milling. And milling machine means it is completely milling machine is it is operated power. So milling machine is a power operated machine tool in which the piece mounted on the moving table, that workpiece is mounted on the moving table, is machined to various shape when removed and when moved under a slow revolving toothed cutter. Slow toothed cutter means it is a milling tool or milling cutter or milling cutter or milling tool, or this one revolving toothed cutter. So milling machine is a power operated. With the help of power, it is operated. A tool in which the workpiece is mounted on the moving table. Table is table movement. Is a machine to various shapes when moved under a slow revolving toothed cutter. It is called as milling machine. Clear this point? So in a lathe machine, you can use the single point cutting tool. It is made up of a HSS, high speed steel tool. It is a single point. So in this machine, the milling tool or milling cutter, it is a multi-point cutting tool. So milling machine is a power operated machine tool in which the workpiece is mounted on the moving table, is machined to various shapes when moved under a slow revolving toothed cutter. It is called as milling machine. Next, classification of milling machine. Next slide. So are different types of machines used in the industries or factories. So mainly there are four important types of machines. First one is a column and knee milling machine. Column and knee milling machine. So in that, so plain column and knee type milling machine. So in that there are two sub-classified, horizontal spindle type and vertical spindle type. This is the first point. And second one is a bed type milling machine. Third one is a planer type milling machine. And fourth one is a special purpose milling machine. So special purpose milling machine again classified into three groups. One is a tracer controlled milling machine, thread milling machine, and CNC milling machine. CNC means computer numerically controlled milling machine. So these are the four important types of milling machines used in industries. So the main thing you have to concentrate many. So 90% they used horizontal spindle type and vertical spindle type milling machine. That is a plain column and knee type milling machine. It is a 90% you can use that. Remaining, depending on the situation, depending on the requirement, according to that you have to use different types of machines. You have to concentrate about the horizontal spindle type and vertical spindle type. Nowadays almost all CNC milling machine is very important role in the industries. Computer numerical control machine, so it is a 99%, so it is used in the CNC automatic computer numerical controlled milling machine it is used. So in that computer numerical control milling machine, in that horizontal and vertical both types are available in the market. So using that CNC computer numerical control milling machine is used. So you have to study about as per your syllabus clearly mentioned. So you have to concentrate about the horizontal spindle type and vertical spindle type milling machine. You have to study. So go for the next slide. Suppose example you can take a horizontal milling machine. So horizontal milling machine, you can see this figure clearly. So this is important parts of horizontal milling machine. The first one you can take, this is the important thing, is it is a base, and this one is a vertical column. The vertical column is mounted on the base. Column is mounted on the base. This is a vertical column. Next important point is overarm. Overarm is there, top end of the vertical column. Overarm is provided. So in that vertical column, spindle is provided. The spindle, this one is a spindle unit. So in this spindle unit, that is a rotating shaft. It is called as a technical term, it is called as a arbor. Arbor, it is a rotating element. The main function of the arbor is it is a rotating element in which the milling cutter or milling tool located or provided. So this arbor is rotating. This arbor is rotating. So the arbor, there are two ends. One end will be connected to the spindle. Other end of the arbor is connected to the yoke. Yoke is connected support to the overarm. This is called as a yoke. Arbor support or yoke. Another name it is called, technical term it is called as a yoke. It is a rotating element. Once the arbor is rotating, milling cutter is also rotating, because of milling cutter is mounted on the arbor. Milling cutter is mounted on the arbor. That's why it is a rotating. This is also very important point. So next one is a work table. This one, and this one is a saddle. This saddle is moving to and fro motion with the help of guideways. And this knee table, this is a knee, complete whole unit is called as a knee. So knee is moving up and down with the help of guideways and as well as elevating screw. Bottom side of the knee is elevating screw is there. So it is, the elevating screw is rotating in clockwise direction, the table movement, knee table movement moving upward direction. Suppose it is an elevating screw rotating in anti-clockwise direction, this knee table moving at downward direction. So adjustment as per your requirement to adjust the table with the help of this elevating screw. This is the important parts of the major parts of the horizontal milling machine. Okay, clear this point. So this working principle, the base, vertical column, spindle, overarm, or this one is a arbor or rotating shaft, milling cutter. One end will be connected to the spindle, other end will be connected to the yoke, or this one yoke is connected to the overarm, and work table is there, saddle, knee table, and elevating screw. So these are the important parts of the horizontal milling machine. Clear this point. So you can see this is the major parts of the milling machine. So this is a base, column, spindle, overarm, knee, saddle, work table. So these are the important parts of the horizontal milling machine. Suppose in the examinations you have to ask, this is the 8 marks question, or explain with neat sketch of horizontal milling machine. So suppose 8 marks, so 50% of the marks, that means that is a 4 marks which is completely the figure. Draw a neat freehand sketch and all the parts label the parts, and we'll get it 4 marks for neat sketch and label the parts. Will get it 50% of the marks, whatever marks allotted that question. Suppose 8 marks question, so 4 marks in this sketch and label the parts, and remaining 4 marks you can write it 5 to 6 sentence working principle, then we'll get it 4 marks remaining. Clear this point. In examination, draw a freehand sketch and label the parts. Briefly you can explain how it is works. What is the use of that? What is the function of the table, knee table? What is the function of the base? What is the function of the vertical column? What is the function of the overarm? What is the function of the arbor? What is the function of the milling cutter? Then you can briefly explain, and how it is works on that horizontal milling machine will get 50% of the marks. So you will get totally 8 marks. It is very simple. It is not a complicated this one figure. It is very simple line diagram. You have to draw the simple line diagram, then label the parts, briefly explanation, will get the maximum marks. Next, this explanation. Suppose you can see this is a 3D view. So this is a rotating of the milling cutter. This is a milling tool or milling cutter or mill bit. This one is a arbor. Arbor is rotating. This is a yoke. Arbor. This one is a arbor support or arbor bracket or yoke. So overhead arm, overarm. This is a vertical column. This one is a B in base. This one is a elevating screw. This one is a vertical travel handle. So this is a cross travel handle. The work table moving with help of this handle. This is a machine vise. Machine vise. This is a cutting tool or milling cutter. This one is a arbor. So these are the important parts. You can see the front view. This figure it shows that it is a front view of the machine. This is the operating unit. The power supply to the spindle with help of this electric motor. So this is a side view. Same thing, you can see the side view of the horizontal milling machine. So you can see side view, you can see that table and feed handle, and feed handle, this one table, elevating screw, and this one is a vertical traverse handle. This one is a base. So we can see this is a 3D dimensions are working of the horizontal front view and side view. You can, it's not necessary examinations, only simple diagram you can write it. First one you can write simple line diagram and label the parts, not necessary this type of figure. So next you can go for slide vertical, second one. So the vertical milling machine, it is a major important parts. So you can see base, you can see the base, vertical column. Then you can see this is a not a horizontal, it is a vertical. So this one is a spindle head. It is a spindle head is connected to the vertical column, and spindle, this one is a spindle, and this one is a milling cutter or milling tool. Milling cutter or milling tool. And remaining is almost all this is same as a horizontal milling machine. Only the main difference between these two, horizontal and vertical, the milling cutter is rotating this one in a vertical milling. The milling cutter is mounted on the spindle. So in case of horizontal milling, milling cutter is mounted on the arbor. It is a rotating element. Arbor, it is a rotating element, rotating shaft. So it is a rotating element. It is called as a shaft. So this is a major difference. So remaining working principle is same as compared to horizontal milling machine. Only the main difference is milling cutter is rotated in a vertical column. Milling cutter is mounted on the spindle. Milling cutter is mounted on the arbor. This is a major difference. So the main important parts of this vertical milling machine. So this is a base, vertical column, and spindle, spindle head, and spindle and spindle head, and this one is a knee table, and saddle, this one is a saddle, and work table. So these are the, so this knee table is moving with the help of elevating screw. This is a knee elevating screw. Knee elevating screw rotating in clockwise direction, moving upward. Knee elevating screw is rotating anti-clockwise, moving at downwards. So the guideways is provided. So these are the guideways. In this guideway, the knee table moving up and down with the help of an elevating screw, moving in the path of this guideways. So this is a major difference between vertical and horizontal milling machine. So you have to draw this figure clearly, and important parts you can write, will get the maximum marks. So you can see 3D dimension for this vertical milling machine. This is a sleeve spindle. So this is a spindle head, spindle, and milling cutter, and vise, and work table, and elevating screw, vertical column, base. So these are the important parts of vertical milling machine. Vertical milling machine in 3D dimensions. This figure is not necessary. First figure you can draw, that is more than enough for examination point of view. Just you can study purpose, you can see that 3D dimension for the vertical milling machine. So next you can specification of milling machine. So what are the important specification before purchasing the milling machine? So important thing before purchasing of this milling machine, important of the milling machine. The first one is important is the size of the work table. That is very important. Size of the work table. So it is expressed in length and width. It is a length of the work table expressed in a length and width of the work table. How much? Example 1500. It is a length and 30 mm is a width. And longitudinal movement of the table, how much? This is the total movement of the table in mm. So x direction, example 800 mm. This is the standard specification. And third one is a transverse movement. Transverse movement, the total movement of saddle along with table in mm, but in y direction, transverse movement y direction. So in x direction is 800 mm, in y direction is, example, we can take 200 mm. This is a specification. Next, fourth point, vertical movement, total movement table, saddle and knee in mm, z direction. Vertical movement of the table, saddle and knee in mm, so it is called as z direction. Example for 380 mm. And fifth point, range of speed. So speed variation in the gearbox in RPM, revolution per minute. Example is the variation given, the range given 45 to 200 RPM, revolution per minute. And power capacity of the motor is in HP, horsepower. Example 2 horsepower or 4 horsepower or 5 horsepower or 7 horsepower, depending on the capacity, depending on the specification. On that basis you have to select the motor capacity, that is in horsepower, HP. So these are the 6 very important for milling machine. Clear? This is milling machine. What is milling machine and what are the different types of milling machine used? Only you have to concentrate about the 2 types of machines. One is a horizontal milling machine and the other is a vertical milling machine. This is about the milling machine. Next we can go for the next fourth machine. It is called boring machine. This is discussing about the fourth machine. First one is lathe, we have studied, drilling and milling. Next we can go for the boring machine. So what is boring? And boring is a process of producing a circular internal profile on a hole made by drilling or another process. So it is used a single point cutting tool called boring bar. The boring bar can be rotated and the work part can be rotated. Machine tools which rotate the boring bar against a stationary workpiece are called boring machine. Clear? These are the 4 important. Boring means, so in boring machine, already drilled hole, enlarging already drilled hole. Enlarge already drilled hole, it is called as boring operation. First you can clarify that. What is the difference between boring and drilling? Drilling is to make a hole on the workpiece with the help of standard drill bit or drill tool. Boring means already drilled hole, enlarging and removing the extra material from the already drilled hole. It is called as boring operation. So why it is directly you can use that drilling? So in the market, the drill bit is available, standard drill bit available in the market. Suppose example, take this is a 4 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm, 12 mm, 16 mm, 18 mm, 24 mm, 28 mm, 32 mm, 36 mm. It is a standard drill bit is available in the market. Using that to make a hole. Suppose 33 mm hole is required. 33 mm hole is required, but the standard drill bit is available in the market is 32 and 36. Actually your requirement is 34 mm hole, but it is not available in the market drill bit. So nearer to that drill hole, so first you can make a hole. 33 mm required, no? You can use the 32 drill bit, standard drill bit. So first you can make a hole on that workpiece. So 1 mm extra material remove, then after that you can use that component. So 1 mm material remove with the help of boring tool. It is a boring operation. Already drilled hole enlarging as per your requirement, it is called as a boring operation. So 33 mm hole is required as per your drawing, as per your design. So first nearer to that you can make a hole with the help of drilling machine. 33 mm, 33 mm drill bit is not available in the market, standard drill bit. 32 mm hole you can make it, hole it on that workpiece. After that, so next you can send to the boring machine operation, boring operation. So already drilled hole you can enlarge as per your requirement. So 32 already drilled hole is there in the workpiece. Actually your requirement is 33 mm. So with the help of boring tool, you can remove the 1 mm material already drilled hole. Then you can use that. So boring tool, it is a single point cutting tool. Boring tool, it is a single point cutting tool. Boring tool, it is a single point cutting tool. Drill bit is a multi point cutting drill bit or drill tool, it is a multi point cutting tool. Use and make a hole on that workpiece and 1 mm extra required hole in the large enlarging, so with the help of boring operation. This is a major difference between drilling and boring. See, this was a figure. So this is a boring operation. So first already drilled hole, this one, this much. This is a already drilled hole. This much small amount you have to remove, or enlarging already drilled hole. Enlarging already drilled hole. This is drill bit. Sorry, single point boring tool. This one, single point boring tool. So this is a rotate boring bar. This one is a boring bar. It is a rotated. So remove the material inside that hole. 1 mm material remove. So this is a single point cutting tool. It is a single point cutting tool. This one is a boring arm. This is a tool motion. It is a rotating. So this one is a work piece. This one is a new bore. This one is a boring operation. This from here to here it is called as a new bore. This is a already drilled hole. This one with the help of drilling machine. This hole is already drilled hole. Already drilled hole. Small amount remove with help of boring operation. This is the major difference between drilling and boring operation. So you can see this is a boring operation on the lathe machine. You have to remove the small amount of material inside. Already this one is a hole is there. Very small amount of material as per your requirement with the help of boring bar and boring tool, single point cutting tool, to cut the extra material inside that this one component. Four important types. First one is a horizontal boring machine. Horizontal boring machine again sub-classified into table type, blow type, planer type, and fourth one is a multiple head type. Horizontal boring machine again classified into four groups: table type, blow type, planer type, and multiple head type. And vertical boring machine again sub-classified into two groups. First one is a vertical turret lathe and standard vertical boring machine. And third point is a precision boring machine, and fourth point is a jig boring machine. So in that again classified into two groups. First one is a vertical milling machine type and planer type boring machine. So these are the four important types of machines used in the industries. So next, so you can see this is a horizontal boring machine. You can see the figure. Horizontal boring machine. The first point is a headstock. We can see the figure. So this is the first point. This one is a headstock. Second one is a pulley for counterbalancing. Pulley for counterbalancing. These two are the pulley for counterbalancing weight of the headstock. So third point, this one a headstock. Third point is a headstock and elevating screw. This one, third one, and fourth one is a boring head. Fourth point is a boring head, and fifth one is a boring cutter. This one is a boring cutter on boring bar. Sixth one is a work. This one is a work, and seventh one is a end supporting column. End supporting column. This one, end supporting column. Eighth one is a bearing block. And ninth one is a saddle. This one is a saddle. 10th point is the cross slide, and this one is a 11th one is the table. So 11 important parts of the horizontal boring machine. Clear this one? First one is a headstock, and second one is a pulley, and third one is a headstock elevating screw, and fourth one is a boring head, fifth one is a boring cutter, and sixth one is a work. Seventh one is the end supporting column, and eighth one is a bearing block, and ninth one is a saddle, 10th one is a cross slide, and 11th one is a work table. So this is a important parts of horizontal boring machine. So you can see this is a 3D dimensions for horizontal boring machine. So you can see supporting rod, headstock, and this is rotating. This is a tool, and this one a 3D table, work table. This is a bed, motor, and power supply from here to this spindle head, and it is a 3D dimensional for this one boring machine used in industries. Suppose you can another machine, you can see this is 3D supporting this supporting column, this one A B C D L, you can see that boring operation. This is work table, base, column. This is the movement. Next one, you can go for the jig boring machine. What is jig boring machine? Important thing. It is very important. So you can see the simple line diagram. The first one is a spindle head. The first point indicates for the spindle head. Second one is a fill. Third one is a column, vertical column. And fourth one is a spindle housing. And fifth one is a spindle. And sixth one is a table. Seventh one is the saddle. Eighth one is a bed. It is very simple line diagram. Jig boring machine. The jig boring machine. It is very simple parts. The first one is a spindle. You can spindle head, fill, and vertical column, and spindle housing. And this one is a spindle, work table, and saddle. This one movement taking place, to and fro motion, and this one is a bed. So this is a jig boring machine. Jig boring machine. So this is a jig boring machine. You can see this is a 3D dimension. So you can easy to understand the jig boring machine. So you can see that table, work table is there, vertical column, and spindle and spindle head. So this is a 3D diagram for the boring machine. So you can see this one is a this boring tools, different types of tools used. This is spindle and tools, and used in a boring. Last point, specification of horizontal boring machine. So before purchasing that boring machine, what are the specification is required? So the first important is a spindle diameter is how much, and a spindle travel, spindle movement, and motor capacity and range of the spindle speed. Motor capacity, on that basis you can range of the spindle speed. Work table dimensions, width and breadth and length. Height of the spindle axis from the table surface, it is very important. And longitudinal movement of the work table or transverse movement, and cross movement of the work table. So these are the standard specifications or before purchasing the horizontal boring machine. So these are the points are verified: spindle diameter, spindle travel, motor capacity and range of the spindle speed, work table dimensions, and height of the spindle axis from the table surface, and longitudinal work transverse and cross movement of the work table. So these are the important things in the boring machines. Important points are important thing in the boring machines. Clear this point.